Hi everyone, good morning from Vienna. My name is Adela Mehic-Dzanic. I am the host of the YouTube channel Making It in Austria, and today I have a great pleasure to introduce you to Amarilla Nirmala. Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Thank you, Adela. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you for showing up with such an energy. So we will be probably laughing a lot during this interview, as you can see. Amy, is it okay if I call you Amy?
Sure.
Yeah. Would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers?
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Amarilla Nirmala, but you can call me Amy. I'm Indonesian, as you can see from my name. I am a marketing specialist. I previously studied marketing management, design management in Austria University, United Kingdom, back in 2007. And then I moved to Austria in 2011. I have done several kind of jobs, managerial position, and then I happily proclaim myself as an entrepreneur, social entrepreneur. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more what you do. So what is your work about? And you said social entrepreneur. Maybe for some of the people, entrepreneurship is known, but what is the social entrepreneurship as well?
Social entrepreneurship basically is the same like entrepreneur. Like we have a business, we would like to grow our business, and then we have the business model, we have products or service to sell. But what differentiates with social entrepreneurship is that we focus on making a solution for the environment or for the social kind of problems. Like for example, my recent entrepreneur, my recent business is to give a chance to freelancers to gain more visibility, to gain more traction, and so to say, to get more clients. So we focus on getting help or making help on what the problem is. So basically, social entrepreneurship is like helping other people or helping environment, but then we make it as a sustainable business.
Mm-hmm. And what is the current project that you are doing at the moment? Is this RREVU?
Yes, RREVU. Actually, we are building RREVU since the first pandemic began in March 2020. We are building a platform that focusing on entrepreneurs and freelancers like experts to get more clients and to get visibility. So we create a platform to connect between prospective clients and the experts. So at the moment we are building it, and then end of this month we should onboard the freelancers and then should onboard the prospective clients as well. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so much to celebrate.
Yes.
But Amy, coming back to Austria, so I'd love to hear your story. So how did you end up here in Vienna? So what brought you here?
I didn't choose Vienna. Vienna chose me. So yeah, as I said before in my introduction, I studied in the United Kingdom and worked there for some time. There I found my love as well. So I choose Vienna because of love. My husband is an Austrian. We met coincidentally in the UK, and we wanted to come here for a holiday. So to say, he got a job here, and we feel like, okay, why not move to Austria? And within seconds, from an expat, I turned into a jobless migrant. So moving to Austria in 2011 was really a huge step for me, where I feel like excitement, anxiety, crazy things, everything complicated in my mind. What if I fail? What if I start all over again from the beginning? Because for me, it's not really easy to build everything in the United Kingdom, and then came to Vienna. It was crazy, but then yeah, we decided to give Vienna a try, and then been loving it since ever.
So you mentioned a couple of challenges that you had that you have faced when you moved to Vienna. How about the German language, or like you said, job market and job search? So how was it for you? Because that's interesting for our viewers as well.
Yeah, when I came to Vienna 2011, there wasn't really that much of female support group. There wasn't really much something. Instagram is not even in real, or there were not many social media or groups, whatever it is. And then it took me 8 months to find an employment, because when I came here, what I think in my mind, what I thought, it's just like I have to find a job fast. But then I didn't really have strategy how to apply it. I didn't really have a mechanism when or what kind of my USP. I just feel like I have this kind of experience, I have this kind of capability based on the certification, and I can get a job fast.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, basically no, because then this is something that I had to learn on the way through my experience, through my process, that before you move to somewhere, you have to get information a little bit about what is exactly you want to do in that country or in that city. How is the demand? Because then you supply the expertise. And then thirdly, what is exactly your unique selling point? There's so many people, there's so many professionals in the marketing, in the IT,
Mm-hmm.
in the literature. What is exactly unique that you are stand out? So this is something that I didn't know before. And fourth, of course, learning new languages is really important. When I came here, I just finished not even finished, I just started my two first class in German lessons. So I came here. My best friend is my husband. So I didn't even have friends. I didn't even have acquaintance or something. And so everything was around my husband. So yeah, this is something that is also a challenge for me to 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 settle in a country where I don't speak the language. I don't know the people, and I even don't know how is the job market even for myself. So yeah, there are the challenges. So yeah, it's crazy, and I can laugh about this, but the first 8 months, because I got the job on the 8 months, the first 7 months, it was like, if somebody worked 70 miles per hour, I should work 200 miles per hour. It doesn't matter. For me,
Yeah.
it's just like that. But then you have to combine work hard and work smart. I lost the work smart. So it took me as well, like, okay, then I shouldn't only run 200 miles per hour, but also I should know which way is the best way to run
Mhm.
this 200 miles per hour. So this is something that I learned through the years. So yeah.
And how was your transition, Amy, from an employment then to your starting your own business? So what are the difference? What do you see?
Actually, I started my business. I started the entrepreneurship when I was still in working full time. So basically, we just have the research. We have to do so many kind of MVP, minimum viable products when I was working full time. It's really crazy because some people say that entrepreneurs are people who don't want to work 40 hours but work 80 hours instead. So this is really true because I did a little bit research, I did a little bit validation, MVP and everything after my full-time work. So after I worked till 5 or 6, of course, time with the family and everything till 9 or 10. And then from 10 till 12, I work a little bit for my entrepreneurship before I settled and finally say, yeah, okay, entrepreneurship is for me. So yeah, it's really crazy transition. It's really a process and learning curve.
Mhm.
And I'm really happy to pass that. And but of course, yeah, till now I still have so many things to learn.
Always learning.
Yeah.
You mentioned when you moved here to Austria, so like there were no these communities, support groups, and so on. So how do you do it nowadays with networking? So where do you meet people? So do you have a specific network where you go? Yeah. So how important is that, for one's career when they move here?
I can say that when somebody move here for the beginning, just open your eyes, open your mind. Just don't be shy. There are so many groups in Facebook and LinkedIn about expatriates in Austria or foreigners in Austria. Just introduce yourself there. Um, at the beginning, I was also shy, like to introduce myself or to, you back in the days, you cannot just go somewhere and just like, hi, I'm Amy, and people are like, okay, and but then nowadays technology has made us so easy to introduce ourselves, and then in LinkedIn profile you can just comment, or you can just send invitation like, hi, I'm Amy, I'm interested about your profile, and it will be amazing if we stay in touch or something like that. And in one's career, it's really essential, because, for example, for myself, my field is in the marketing, and the expertise of marketing is to understand the market. And how could you even understand the market if you don't know the market, if you don't know anyone in the market, you don't know the custom, you don't know the morals and the values and everything it is. So getting particular network is really important, not only to land a job, but also to understand and to integrate, in my opinion. And to start having the network, you can just introduce yourself, don't be shy, and you will be amazed by so many people relating the experience with you. I think the first thing is openness. Just be open-minded, be open to introduce yourself, and then to get to know everyone. This I didn't know before.
Do you notice that during the pandemic, so during the lockdowns, that people were more open for chats, virtual coffees, messaging, and so on?
Yes, I understand that. And then I think this is also something that is really changing in pandemic. Like, pandemic push us to break the barriers that happened normally before that. Like, now we can just chat because, oh my God, I'm so tired, I have another Zoom meeting, I cannot even manage that. And then I think we are now in the same boat. So if it gives us, a little bit relief that, yeah, this situation happens to everyone, affects everyone, and then we need to support each other.
May I have a follow-up question on mentoring? So I'm very much passionate about networking and mentoring and how those can, impact someone's career, and not just career, but as well, make you feel good. It's not just about the career, but as well that you feel fulfilled in all areas. So do you have mentors? What do you think about mentors?
I didn't have mentors based on my experience previously, but because of that, because I understand the importance of mentors through my first entrepreneurship with WeDo5, we did mentoring as well, because my partner, she started from the scratch for 7 years, and it took me eight months to land a job. But during these 8 months, I felt so helpless, and I don't know, I couldn't think, and I feel useless. I feel helpless. So I feel like mentoring is really important, to not only to make ourselves fulfill, to share and to give back the community, or to share with someone with the same experience, but also if we can help people so they don't have to lose another 7 years or another 8 months, or just like me, I applied 200 application just for help one company to trust me. With mentorings, probably I can apply only for 20, and then one company hired me. Imagine how much time we can save, and how much more women or more foreigners or more people can integrate fast. I think this is really great initiative.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I say that, sometimes for people, they think, okay, now I need to invest the time, and, I don't have the time, or be a mentor or a mentee. But for me, as you said, is like usually these mentorship programs, they are like 6 to 9 months. And it's not that you have to spend every single day on it. So they're like, you organize yourself. And I say, when you invest in yourself in these 6 months, you have the return on investment through your whole life. You can, take your career to the next level, but you have to be, focused and on this in at least, and give it at least try for the 6 months, to get out of it the best.
Yes, I think what people don't understand is, like, when we started, for example, in my case, when I started in Vienna, I felt probably my career in the UK was on the stage 7. But when I started in Vienna, my career was not 7, my career was -2, because I couldn't speak the language. I didn't know the custom, the people. How can I make some kind of marketing strategy if I don't know this target market? So my starting point actually was 2 or -3. And that time I didn't know that if I invest in mentoring or coaching, or I invest to find my tribe or my support group, I could have a better start, not -3, probably like 1 or 2, because then I sort of getting to know other people or understanding how these people communicate, for example. And I think this is essential point, that people have to know that mentoring or coaching is not something that, how to say, losing their time for 6 months not doing anything, but during these 6 months or during these 3 months or during this particular time, you set the strategy so you can run faster. Because why you run 20 miles per hour for 2 years when you can just sit back first, exercise, and then getting to know the market, then you can run fast later on.
I love that comparison.
Yeah.
You gave so many advices during this, and insight, and shared your experience during this interview. Is there anything else that you would like to tell to people who are now, for instance, some in Indonesia or in Bosnia?
Adela, I cannot hear. It was breaking out.
Okay, we are back.
Yeah.
I was saying that you have shared so many insights and how you've landed the job, and then later on the entrepreneurship and so on. Is there anything else that you would like to share with people who are not in Austria at the moment, so they are considering to move abroad or moving to Austria from wherever part of the world? Is any final advice, tip that you would like to give them to prepare the best way?
Okay, I would like to talk about 3 things. The first one is map your competition. You have to understand, for example, your profile, your field, your type of work, for example, map it in that particular country, for example, in Vienna or in Linz or in Graz, or probably in other country. This is also something interesting. Map your competition. How is the demand and how is the supply in the job market? And create your own ladder. For example, okay, in your own country, you are already the manager, but is it applicable in the particular country that you're currently thinking to move? Do you have to start as an assistant manager or a staff or as a volunteer? So this is something that you have to put in mind to map the competition. And the second thing is find your coping mechanism to survive, because settling in a new country, in a new city, can be tiring, can be too much, and mental health is also important. So you need to know the coping mechanism. For example, for myself, my coping mechanism was playing tourist in my own city, in Vienna. So if you see me taking pictures of something, so this is some kind of my coping mechanism, because like you have to love the city, and you have to get away from the stress, from the work, and it is really relaxing. And as well as when you start again, you can fight more. So yeah, I think there are 2 things. And the last thing was find a community to grow, because then of course, if somebody can be successful alone, it's really good for them. But find a community really help you to build yourself better, to grow, and then to have some support and to give back as well.
That was really, really good, powerful. Before we wrap up, Amy, I ask all of my guests, so what do they read at the moment? So what would you recommend to our viewers?
Okay. The last one, a book that I finished reading, is Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, because I think my another problem is lack of negotiation skills, and this is something that I need to learn, and I need to know how is it to communicate with other people without being too much persuasive, or how to convince other people without being too much pushy. And this is the strategy. And the other book is apparently this is something a book from my late uncle who wrote it. It was in my mother tongue, so I cannot spell it. So I just finished this Never Split the Difference. It's really good.
Yeah. This book is coming for the second time, so that I just had it when I talked to Omar.
Yeah.
Also for the interview for this channel. So Omar, that he's reading this book as well. My husband read it, so now it's coming as well.
Yeah, it's interesting interesting because at the beginning I was like, oh my God, he was an FBI negotiator. How is it possible to be applied in my position, as an entrepreneur? But then apparently we get so many insights about how he approached somebody, how without being pushy but persistence, and then how to slide around. And it's so interesting to understand and to also self-development.
Thank you, Amy, for this interview, for sharing your inside experience, your joy, laugh on this Sunday morning.
I just got my coffee. So.
It's about the coffee. Thank you for being our guest.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. And then, I hope, we can help each other because we understand how is it starting from scratch. And I would be also really glad to find other people or other women who can be successful and who can save so many years without having so many mistakes, because they learn from me. They learn from others. Who
just gave me an idea. You just gave me an idea. We have to start our mentoring program on our own. So making it in Austria mentoring program. So
it's nice. Yeah, come in. I think also what interests me is that at the beginning I also didn't understand that you have to create so many CVs because so many different things, so many versions of CVs and everything. I just like, okay, I just send so many and I just need to have one company to trust me. But then of course it doesn't work like that, because you need to have strategy. You need to have find your USP, so your CV, your profile would stand out. So this is something that other people need to know as well. Because there's so many competition out there.
Yes, so that was definitely the same approach I took when we came to Austria. So and started looking for a job in 2013. So and I said I didn't send hundreds of CVs. I sent maybe max, 5 or 10 of them, and I applied the strategy that you were saying. So I spent half of days, every single day. My day was like learning the language, meeting people, studying the career websites, and then I was basically looking, as I said, mapping my experience. Where I have the best chances. If I have been a manager in my home country, but without knowing the language, it's very different. So I cannot start from there. If I would have been sending CVs there, I would be just wasting my time, precious resources. And then I was thinking, okay, reading more about it, talking to people. So what is the best way to enter the company, to get that first job as soon as possible? And then from there, you can easily, if you have the skills, the talent, and if you want to, put the work in it, you can, in 6 months, you can get promoted, or you can,
Yes, I think such strategy is needed but of course, when I first also land my job here in the United Nations, there is a lady. I got the first job was a temporary as a staff assistant, and then the woman was like, what is your education? And I said, I have a master's degree, this. And then what was your title? This one. And what are you doing here? And it made me feel like, what am I doing here? But then I just realized that this is my starting point. My current position here doesn't define who I am. And this is something that also I think, because through WeDo5, we also meet people who are feeling helpless, who feel like, oh my God, some people think that I'm nobody because I was something in my home country. But this is also some important parts of mental health, because your position now don't define who you are, and just stick to what is your dream and focus, because don't just let other people, like random people, what are you doing in this position? And I was like, okay. But then it was a learning experience, and it was a learning curve for me to grow as well. So
yeah, definitely. So for me as well. So I learned in those 6 months a lot, and then it just propelled my career. So I had the opportunity to get to know the whole company, work as a trainee, use this time to talk to everyone in the company, tell them what I know and what I've been doing and so on. And then it just, after 6 months, I got promoted to a full-time position. So, and if you have this, people, if you are skilled, if you have this experience, if you have led the team and so on, so it will show up. So it's not.
is not permanent.
No.
We need to start somewhere. We need to start somewhere anyway. So yeah,
That's
I
the
think
best.
this is something important. This is another important thing that people also have to understand as well.
Yeah, it's not forever. So it's just, getting into the company and showing your talents and
Yes.
putting the work in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. We could talk for hours about this topic. I see that that you're very passionate about it, and I'm so happy to have you in our community, making it in Austria.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So thank you all for watching this interview. So please like, subscribe, comment. If you have any guests, so if you know someone that would be like a great guest for this channel, please let me know, comment, or write me on LinkedIn. We have a LinkedIn group as well, Making It in Austria, so please join us there as well. And
I have been following your group.
perfect. And that was it for today from us. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy the weekend, and yeah, greetings from Vienna.
Bye-bye.
Bye.